Hey, Dr. Lindsey. I'm going to take you through a younger guy's repair saga. Now, if you watch some of my younger guy videos, you'll see that I always try to get the parents to come in, that the younger patient plans for the future, meaning that you're probably going to need a couple of hair transplants, that you get a hairline that's going to age okay, not something way down here, and that you think it through. Don't get sold a hair transplant by some salesperson who convinces you through marketing savvy that you got to do a hair transplant immediately. There's never a rush to a hair transplant. The younger patient came in and he's already had a hair transplant, and here's what he looks like. And you say, well, there are not hardly any hairs there. And interestingly enough, I just shot another video on a landscaper. This fellow's a landscaper. And when you start talking to pretty much any patient, but particularly landscapers, about thin trees covering some and fat trees covering better, and this guy's got a moderate amount of fine hairs to work with and bad genes, I probably would have tried to convince him to wait a while before he does a hair transplant. But now the die's been cast and he's already started down this. Fortunately, he doesn't have a low goofy hairline. He just doesn't have enough hair here. And so we did 2,200 grafts by strip technique. And we did the front of him and kept him around for a few days to help him clean. And then in a month, his scar looked fine. He, of course, had lost the hair that we placed in. It's wearing his hat to his landscaping job. And then in 6 months, really he looks better than average because he had some hair from the previous doctor and probably was a fast grower. And so he has now switched from some kind of pulled forward hair to more of a hair where he pulls back, and it really looks good. And that's 6 months from the day we did him. Here's his before and his after. And I lost track of him, and he came in last week, and he's now 64 months. That's 5 years and 4 months. And if you look at this picture, he looks the same. He looks the same as he did at 5 months after, or 6 months after he did the case. He is now thinned significantly in the back, and I think at some point we'll do another hair transplant on the back of his head. But the way he pulls his hair back, you can't really tell that. I think he just worries that in the wind or at some point it's going to become more noticeable. So we'll do a second case on him at some point. But the takeaway message from this is, if you're a young guy and you think you need a hair transplant, even if you don't really get along with your parents, involve them. You're less likely to get talked into something silly if you have some more people trying to help you make the best decision. Make sure that the doctor that you go to does a fair number of younger guys. I mean, there's certainly reputable hair transplant surgeons who will not do younger patients, but we will, as long as you plan for the future and execute a plan that isn't making a terrible mistake that you can't recover from. And 3, sleep on it. Don't come in if you're younger or an older guy. Don't come in and sign up the same day because you think, whether it's with anybody, because you think it sounds too good to be true. Think it through. There's always reasons to sleep on making big decisions, whether it's buying a truck, getting a hair transplant, or picking a spouse for a couple days. There's no rush to do this. If we can help you, please give us a call.